Hey guys, welcome back. Today's one brand tutorial is featuring e.l.f. Cosmetics. I just recently put in an order and so I had a ton of new e.l.f. products to try out for you guys, and I thought what better way to do it than in a one brand tutorial. I only had to substitute a couple of products that weren't e.l.f. Cosmetics. Everything else is very affordable, and I also used all e.l.f. brushes as well. And I love e.l.f. brushes. I use them every single day. So if you want to see how to get an affordable but fun fall look, keep watching. Alright, so I don't actually have an e.l.f. primer right now. I do really love the e.l.f. primer. I had a purple one. It was like lavender for brightening, but I don't have it anymore because I used it all up. So I actually am going to use a different primer, but that should be one of the only products that I substitute throughout the video. And then I don't have an e.l.f. foundation that matches me right now. I do have this e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, but I don't have any active breakouts, and the color I have is Ivory, which I think is going to be way light. Look how light that is. I'm mixing two of my Estee Lauder Double Wear shades. I'm mixing 2W2 and 2C1 to get kind of more of a neutral shade, but I am going to blend those in using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which is the foundation brush. So really quickly, I'm just blending in some of my Benefit PoreFessional primer. I'm not even blending it all over the face. I'm just kind of doing it around the cheeks and the nose area. Just put some of the foundation on my hand. Now that I've dotted it on my face, I'm using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. One of my pet peeves on this brush is it actually, the old brushes used to say the names on them, like this one says Complexion Brush on the side, and this one does not say. So as a beauty person, as a person who makes videos, when I say, okay, and now I'm using my e.l.f. something brush, I'll put it in the description box. That's kind of what happens because I don't know the name of it. But it is very soft, definitely synthetic. I think this is $3. I don't know if it's too soft, but it seems to be doing all right. Alright, I also don't have an e.l.f. concealer, so right now I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in medium. I look super yellow on camera. I swear I'm not that yellow. Why do I look so yellow? But I'm actually using that blending, the Ultimate Blending Brush with the concealer. I'm just going to see if it does a good job. Now I'm using the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I just tapped a little bit into the lid. And now I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Angled Contour Brush. It's pretty small, like it's not, when I was ordering this brush, the e.l.f. Angled Contour Brush on the website, I was going to use it to like contour, but it's tiny, like I could use it on my eyes, it's so small. So I'm actually using it with the e.l.f. Smudge Pot. This is in this is in Gotta Glow, which is just basically like a golden cream eyeshadow base. So I am going to prime my eyelids using this. I don't like applying that with a brush. I just decided, so I'm switching over to my finger, just gently tapping that out. I just realized that I have the e.l.f. foundation palette. I bought it in light medium, and I don't think I have full coverage right now, so I'm going to go ahead and try this foundation palette and just kind of use it as like a spot concealing anywhere that I feel like I want a little bit more coverage. So this is what it looks like. It's a 4-pack, 4 different colors. This is the light medium one. They do sell a darker one. I'm going to try it with my Flawless Concealer Brush. I'm going into one of the deepest shades. I'm just tapping it in. I don't know about this, guys. I'm going to blend some of the other colors now. I took the lightest color. I'm taking that down my nose. It is nice having the 4 colors together so that you can like customize the look you want. I don't know. I don't see this giving you full coverage. That's interesting. I'll have to play with it some more. Unfortunately, I put foundation on. I didn't even realize I had that. Okay, now I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Contour Palette. This is another quad, similar to the foundation one, but this is powder and not cream. And this one arrived to me broken. This powder right here has like a little bit of a crack in the top, but no big deal. So I'm actually going to take the darkest shade in here. It's like the cool tone brown, and I'm going to chisel out my cheeks. I'm going to try 2 different brushes. This is the e.l.f. Contour Brush, which yet again, it doesn't say the name of the brush on the side. That's really annoying. I wish e.l.f. had not changed, because that's how e.l.f. used to do it. e.l.f. used to put the name on every single brush, and now they're not. These are just plain. It just says e.l.f. on the side. So anyway, I'm going to take this stiff brush first. It's really stiff. And I'm going to try to just contour out the sides of my cheeks here with this contour palette. Woo, I got a little excited. You definitely can't really blend with this, but I'm trying to do like circular motions and blending it upward. Actually, it blended out. It did actually blend out. I like this brush. It reminds me of my IT Cosmetics one. But this one is a little bit better because it's actually softer, so it blends. The other one is so stiff that I can't do any blending. I think it's similar to the one that comes in the Lorac contour palette. Okay, so I still need to blend it a bit, but I think when I put my blush down, I'll be able to kind of blend the two with a softer brush. But I like this. I really like this brush. The powders aren't chalky. They're not muddy. I don't know that they're super blendable because I've been working at this streak here for a while and I can't seem to get it to go anywhere. So I'm not sure about the blendability, but I mean, it could also be that this is a new brush. So I'll have to play with the powder and the brushes with different products and different tools and see what I think. But I actually like the shape of this brush. I'm going to do it down the side of my nose. And then right on the tip. I'm going to have to blend that, but I think it works. I'm going to take the same shade right underneath that lower lip. And then I'm going to use the same shade again with that same brush underneath the jaw. Do you see how the darker color though on the jaw really makes my double chin disappear? Obviously I need to blend it out. Right now I have like a streak. But do you see how it does that? That's why we do it. Okay, so I'm going to switch brushes now. This is the e.l.f. blending brush. So the foundation one that I used first to apply the foundation, that's called the Ultimate Blending Brush. And this one is called the Blending Brush. This one does say e.l.f. blending brush on it, so that's cool. But in comparison, this is the one I just used. It's really a little skinnier. That's the one that's brown because it's dirty. And the other one's just a little bit fatter, a little bit fluffier. And when you look at it from the side, this one is like more flared. And it like, I think it's going to be better for blending. So I'm going to use that underneath my chin. Oh, this is so soft. I don't know if this would do a good job with foundation because it seems like it would be too soft. Like it might just absorb a lot of the product or move it around but not actually like do anything. But it does work to blend out powder. I like that. I'm going to try it on the cheeks as well. I like to keep something like this brush really clean all the time. And when I think I'm done with my makeup, like especially my cheeks are actually what I struggle with the most as far as blending goes a lot of the time. When I think I'm done with my makeup and I'm about to walk out the door, before I set my face with setting spray, I'll take a clean brush like this and I'll rub it out. I also have the e.l.f. Kabuki brush, which is just a little brush that stands up. It's like this tall and it just stands up on my counter. And I'll use that to help blend too. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush, this e.l.f. blending brush. And I'm going to use the warm brown shade in the palette instead of the cool one. I'm going to use the warm one with this blending brush as my bronzer. So I'm going to put that up on the hairline and the temples. I like this. And taking it again with no additional product just to try to blend out the jawline. I like that a lot, actually. I think my contour still needs a little work, but I'll blend it with the blush. I'm going to try this one. This is the one I just got in the order today. This is one from their really inexpensive line. I believe this blush is $1. It's called Innocence, and it's the Silky Smooth Powder. It's a super pale baby pink. Super pale. Like, maybe not even going to show up on my skin pale, but we'll try it. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Brush. It's just a big fluffy brush. Oh, this is going to be way too light, but we will try it. Yeah, I can't see that at all. Okay, well, I'll save this blush, though, for when I'm really pale in the winter time. When I'm pale in the winter, I might be able... So instead I'm using this e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. This is in Turks and Caicos, so it's more of like a muted, like mauve brown, mauve blush. So I'm going to use that same brush. There we go. A little bit more color on the cheeks. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Neutral Brown. So it reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but let's see how the formula does. Okay, so that's neutral brown. I did not fill in the front of my brows. I'm actually going to use a lighter color for the front of the brows. This is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Taupe. So I'm going to try that for the front of the brows. Alright, now I'm going to try out the spoolie. This comes on the other end. Well, the spoolie is soft. It's not harsh. I've had some spoolies that are very hard. The spoolie is kind of big. Like I made mess all the way around my brow because the spoolie was big. But these may be a little darker than the brows I normally put on, but that's alright. For the eyes, I'm actually going to bust out this e.l.f. contouring palette again that I used for my cheeks. And I'm going to use that warm shade for my crease. This is the e.l.f. Crease Brush, which seems fitting, huh? Remember, I used that cream shadow for my base on my eyes, so this is just going in the crease and slightly above the crease. I think that this palette here is very versatile. I think it's a very good purchase. I think it was $6 and you can get them on sale. A very good deal. I highly recommend it. If you're a neutral eyeshadow wearer, even better, because one of these may work as a face powder for you. You can use it for your eyeshadow and to contour and set your under eye concealer and all kinds of stuff. So I think this is a really good deal. And very travel friendly, and the mirror stands. So if you wanted to do your makeup on the counter at work or something, you could. I'm using this e.l.f. Natural palette, and it's got 6 eyeshadows in it. They're all just very neutral. I'm just going to use this like goldish peachy one. I'm going to put that right on the lid. It's kind of glittery. Alright, and now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Contour Brush, which is teeny tiny, and I'm using the white shade in here from under my brow bone. and right on the inner corner of the eye. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the crease brush and blend. Okay, I'm going to keep the eyes pretty simple, so that's about it for the eyes. The star today is going to be the lip color, which I'm really excited about. This is the e.l.f. matte lip color in the color Wine, which is a pretty wine red color. Okay, so now you see why I'm keeping the eyes kind of basic, right? I like this lip color. The matte formula is very creamy. Like it's still creamy enough to do that, so I like these. Now I'm using this e.l.f. mineral eyeliner. This is in Coffee, which is a deep brown. I love mechanical eyeliners. I'm testing it for smudgeability here. Seems pretty smudgeable. Just did a little bit there on the lower lash line. And now I'm going to use that crease brush with the tan on it and blend out that lower lash line color. I'm actually going to go in with the e.l.f. Smudge Brush. This is a really small brush. I would actually use something like this for lip liner or even for filling in my brows. It's pretty tiny. And I'm going to go back into the contour palette again. And I'm going to use the cool tone brown that I used for the contour right underneath that lash line. Alright, now I'm using the e.l.f. Lengthening and Defining Mascara in black. I can see why they would call this the Defining Mascara because this side does have some really good lashes, but they're not, I don't think it's lengthening. My lashes don't look particularly long. And one last step I forgot. I don't have an e.l.f. highlighter, but I do have this e.l.f. Baked eyeshadow. This is in the shade Moonlight Serenade, and it is a gorgeous, like, whitish gold color. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush and that eyeshadow, putting that right at the top of the cheekbones. I actually kind of like it with the matte finish, but we'll try it. Alright, I love that contour palette. Does it not look gorgeous? Like this. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I don't know why my lighting is so yellow today. Am I yellow to you? I seem like I'm really yellow. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.